Hi, my name's Robert Holden and I am the Director of Success Intelligence, a bespoke consultancy that offers coaching journeys and leadership programs worldwide. I'm author of Authentic Success and I work as a consultant to lots of organizations like Dove and the Real Beauty Campaign, Virgin, Body Shop, Google. I host Success Intelligence mastermind groups and I love to coach entrepreneurs, artists and people from all walks of life, helping them to live a life they love. Thank you very much for watching the first 3 videos in this series. In the first one, I explored the vital need for creating a definition of success that really helps you to express yourself fully. In the second video, I identified 3 common blocks to success and how to overcome them. And in the third one, I shared with you some inspiration for success, ways to open up to new levels of success. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 ways that I personally measure success. And I'm also going to tell you about a new online course called Coaching Success. First up, I want to tell you about the chief inspiration behind my work with Success Intelligence. I want to share with you the story of my dad. And to do that, I'm going to read to you the first 3 paragraphs from the prologue to my book, Authentic Success. This is hard, but let's see how I go. Life is full of moments, one moment after another. Some moments pass by without you barely noticing. Other moments stay with you forever. They change the way you think, you see, and you live. I had a life-changing moment when I was 16 years old. It was a Saturday afternoon, and I was half walking and half running down a very busy street in Winchester, the city I grew up in. I was late and I was on my way to meet friends outside a record shop at 4 o'clock. As I hurried along, I noticed a man laying face down on the pavement. He could have been dead or dying. Everybody saw him. He was in plain view. We all pretended not to see him. I was going to pass him by. I was late. I was only 16. But something made me stop. I moved cautiously towards him. He was wearing an old, disheveled coat. His glasses lay next to his head, tortoiseshell frames. The lenses were smashed. His hair was long and wild. He stank of alcohol. I guessed he was homeless. I pulled at his arm and turned him over. His face was a mass of cuts and bruises. He was barely conscious. He smiled at me. "Hello, Dad," I said. My dad suffered from alcoholism. He actually lived homeless for the last 10 years of his life. I tried to help him so many times, but he was truly a dysfunctionally independent man, and he refused all offers of help. I really loved my dad. He was my hero, and I think it was my dad's pain that really somersaulted me forward into an inquiry, really, into, well, what's real, what's meaningful, what's true, and ultimately, what's success. Success Intelligence, in many ways, is an open letter to my dad. I think I've been trying to work out what happened to my dad by working with this program, but also what a successful life really means and what it means for me personally. So success has to be authentic if it's going to be success. And I want to share now with you 5 ways that I personally measure success. And the first one is this: success is having a daily spiritual practice. I've had a daily spiritual practice since I was 18 years old. I have meditated every day of my life ever since then. And I find that meditation helps me to stop, to be still, and to make space to connect with what I call my unconditioned self, my authentic self. Meditation helps me to listen to my heart and to pay attention to my life, to notice what wants to be born, to notice the stories that are emerging now, right now. And I also like to journal. So one of the exercises that I often do when I'm doing my spiritual practice is literally just to write down any inspiration that I get for living today well. Here's the second way that I measure success. Success is enjoying being who you are. Joseph Campbell, the American mythologist, said, "It's a privilege of a lifetime to be who you are." Now, I firmly believe this is true, but I'd also say it's very hard to hold on to that thought. We live in a manic, busy, hyperactive society, and often it takes a lot to be able to catch up with ourselves and to catch up with our own news even. Added to which, we're often fighting our own inner demons, the inner critic, the self-judgment, and the unworthiness. But when we can, I think it's a wonderful thing to come back to ourselves and just to be able to ask ourselves, how much am I enjoying being me right now? What could I be doing more of or less of or even differently so that I was enjoying being me more than ever before? A few years ago, I created a daily calendar called Success Now, and I really made this for myself, but we ended up publishing it as well. And one of the principles in this calendar is we do not become happy because we're successful. We become successful because we're happy. I certainly grew up being told that actually if you're successful enough, then you'll be happy. But I've changed my mind about that. I really believe that when we learn to be happy, when we learn to enjoy being who we are, that's the real key to success. The third way that I measure success is looking at the relationship between success and love. Whilst I was writing Authentic Success, I did an interview with a national newspaper on success. And at the end of the interview, the journalist asked me if I would write 100 words, which sums up in many ways my philosophy of success. Now, I remember it was a busy week and I didn't have much time to do this, but the more I thought about this question and this invitation to write 100 words on success, the more I thought, actually, this is really important. So actually, I took a full morning out to think about, really, what would I say success is in 100 words? And I thought about it for an hour or two before I wrote down anything. And then, eventually, I wrote down something that I call the love dedication. And here it is. Before you dedicate your life to a person, a marriage, a family, to a corporation, a political party, a peace campaign, to a religion, a revolution, a spiritual path, make one other dedication first. First, dedicate yourself to love. Decide to let love be your intention, your purpose, and your point. And then let love inspire you, support you, and guide you in every other dedication you make thereafter. If your definition of success has little or no mention of love, get another definition. I think it's incredibly important, particularly in this day and age, that we're upfront with ourselves and each other about the enormous importance of love and how we can bring love into our work especially, as well as our relationships and our life in general. Love is intelligent. Love expands consciousness. And in my experience, when people work from a place of love, they are truly inspired and their success becomes a gift to the world. The fourth way that I measure success is really, really big and really, really important. Success is forgiving the past. To be successful in your life, your relationships and your work, you have to be wholehearted. And to be wholehearted means you have to be willing to let go of grievances, wounds, mistakes, disappointments, resentments, and failures. We forgive not to be good, not because we should, and certainly not because we're trying to be spiritual. We forgive because forgiveness sets us free. Forgiveness is insurance against premature aging, a blocked heart, an unhealed past, and an unhappy future. Unless we forgive the past, we will keep giving our future back to the past. And in a way, our past will just be a repeat, if you like, of everything that's happened before. But when we forgive, it's like we create this clean slate And from this place, we can start again. From this place, we can experience a new beginning. And each time we hand over a resentment or a grievance, we create a space in our heart and our mind for fresh inspiration. Whenever I give a keynote or a masterclass on success intelligence, I always make a point of talking about forgiveness. And I normally include the forgiveness prayer, which is a prayer I wrote a while ago, and here it is. Dear God, I declare today a day of amnesty in which I gratefully volunteer to hand in all of my resentments and grievances to you. Please help me to handle well all of the peace, love, happiness, and success that must inevitably follow. Amen. So the fifth way that I measure success is all to do with my relationship to now. I firmly believe that a successful life can only ever be the one that you're living now, rather than the life you hope to live one day. And so for that reason, I'd have to say that it's never too late to be who you really are. It's never too late to live from your heart. It's never too late to surrender to the real work of your life. It's never too late to give up the past and to heal. It's never too late to drop your cynicism and to be more open. It's never too late to take an emotional risk and to dare to be more authentic. It's never too late to give up the search for happiness and to start following your joy. And it's never too late to be more undefended and spontaneously available. And above all, it's never too late to really show up for your life and to be fully present. Being present is, I believe, ultimately the great, great, great key and the great triumph of success. Okay, so that's 5 ways that I measure success. How about you? How do you measure success? Because you know, after all, success really is just a measure, but the key is that you find the measures that work best for you. Now, I have some great news for you. I'd like to tell you about a new online program called Coaching Success. This program is based on live footage from 2 5-day professional training events called Coaching Success. One held in San Diego and the other one held in New York. Both events were attended by entrepreneurs, artists, psychologists, educators, politicians, healthcare professionals, and lots of coaches. On Coaching Success, what I'm really trying to do is to give you a front row seat on this very, very popular program. Coaching Success is a program that I run only every couple of years. It gets booked out very, very quickly. What I'm trying to do with this program is to give you a seat at the program in the comfort of your own home. So that means no travel insurance, no jet lag, no travel delays. I will be your coach on Coaching Success. And on Coaching Success, you will experience 16 hours of live footage, which features me talking about the main principles and practices behind my work with success intelligence, as well as doing some coaching demos. There'll be 7 more videos, which I have personally crafted for you so that I will be with you every single step of the way. And there's also some great bonus content which includes a previously unpublished 1-hour interview in which I'm talking about my philosophy around being a coach and what helps me, hopefully, to be a great coach. And I'm interviewed by Reed Tracy, the president of Hay House. Some of the themes that we're going to cover on the program include defining success, living a life of purpose, following your joy, releasing inner blocks to success, exploring your success contract, exploring ways in which you can allow yourself to open up to a whole new level of inspiration. And also there's a particular exercise running throughout in which you will create your own success compass, which will hopefully give you focus and inspiration for taking the next step in your life. Coaching Success will help you get clear on what is success for you. It will help you to apply your best thinking to every domain of your life, including your work, relationships, spirituality, finances, well-being, and your happiness. This program is ideal for you if you want to take a deep dive in your own life, And also, if you're a coach who wants to invest in your own career, I love nothing more than supporting coaches and educators in increasing their own toolkit so that they can be really effective in what they do. I'm going to share with you as many exercises and pieces of inspiration that have really supported me in building success intelligence. And my prayer is that I'll be able to contribute to your own success and happiness in some way. Your success really, really is a gift to the world. So on that note, all I'll say now is live now, procrastinate later, and hopefully I'll see you on Coaching Success.